Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds.
There will be no smiling here. No smiling. Just, whew. Wow. Hello there, one and all. Raziel here, and I just got home from seeing Joker. Now, I'm gonna be upfront. A lot of y'all probably really aren't gonna like this review because I won't say I hated this movie. I did not hate it. I was disappointed though. I mean, first off, this movie was 2 hours long. It literally could have been done within an hour and a half. Just saying that right off the bat. This movie, I can't even say it's really for Batman fans, Joker fans. This is a movie for Joaquin Phoenix fans. And the thing is, I like Joaquin Phoenix. In fact, if it wasn't for him, this movie would have nothing. Because he is the whole movie. I mean, obviously it's an origin story, but I'm not even going to go on the route to say we didn't need an origin story. That's been said to death. But at the very least, I appreciated what they did. The first half of the movie, honestly, is why I'm so disappointed, because there was really, talk about a slow burn, and it was epically cringeworthy. I mean, if they made a cringe challenge out of the first half of this movie, I would have failed right off the bat. I haven't been this uncomfortable, I think, since American Tail. And if anybody remembers that movie, actually, if you haven't seen that movie, look that up. Watch it. You'll know what I'm talking about. There wasn't a comfortable moment within the first, 30, I'd say 40 minutes of that movie. And once the second half kicks in, that's when things start to, I won't even say escalate quickly, because little by little, you see how the Joker is formed. You discover how he gets his name. He didn't do, like, what was it, Tim Burton's Batman, where he just called himself Joker. There is a point to it. That said, during the movie, you see a lot of, I guess you could say, homages. Now, right off the bat, I'm sure everybody compared this to The Dark Knight's Heath Ledger Joker. You see the green hair, the big smile. No scars, though. But at the same time, there were moments where I saw hints of Jack Nicholson's Joker, a couple of hints towards the Batman animated series, and there was one moment where I actually thought of, I believe his name is Cesar Ramon, the first live-action Joker from the 1960 show, where I have to admit, like, seeing those was interesting, seeing Joaquin's version. When it comes to the laugh, now, when it comes to the DC Joker, he just has that maniacal laugh just to terrify people. For the most part. Sometimes, man thinks he's funny, so hey, go with it. I'm not going to tell him he's not. But in this case here, it turns out to be almost sort of like Tourette's. It's almost like a tic. I believe there actually is a syndrome that causes that. Unfortunately, I do not know the name of it, but when you see each time he goes through it, you feel for him. And I will say that this movie is very empathetic towards the main character. There wasn't a single moment that I didn't want to honestly just reach out and give the guy a hug. Because before this movie even came out, there was already speculation that he is a mentally ill person. And we find out why. There are reasons to why he's like this. But too many people tried to point out that his illness was the reason he became the Joker. It's why he became crazy. And people were taking that personally, saying that just because a person's ill doesn't mean they're crazy. Which is absolutely true, but just like a regular person, that doesn't mean it won't cause it either. That said, his illness isn't what made him into the Joker. In fact, his mental illness is what allowed us, the audience, to see through his eyes what he was seeing the world like. So that's literally the only aspect of the mental illness. Him becoming the Joker, the first half of this movie, we start off with our main character, Arthur Fleck, who is just your run-of-the-mill guy. I mean, sadly, mental illness. They really focus on him being a really frail guy, but they really don't go anywhere with that. Despite that, being a frail guy with a mental illness, enjoyed being a clown, he loved the job, but still, you are in Gotham City. I mean, I believe in the comics they try to compare it to New York, but it reminded me more of maybe Detroit, Michigan, the way the people were there, and nobody was safe. There was violent crimes left and right. I mean, you see here in the trailer, he gets jumped for his sign, for crying out loud. There isn't a safe moment for him. And the whole first half of the movie is mainly that, seeing how he is observing the world. And like I said, through his illness, we get to see it from his perspective. And as time progresses, we start to realize when his illness was kicking in and when it was, in fact, reality. And when you realize the truth, it's even more heartbreaking, because you realize the journey he's taking, he's pretty much taking it alone. The whole situation, like, you see he's a good boy, takes care of his mother, but we see where that goes. You see he tries his best for a romantic gathering with, I forget her real name, but she plays Domino in Deadpool 2. We see where that goes. We even see this moment here where he stumbles upon this boy trying to get him to smile, and once you realize who he is, just, well, really? Oh, crap. But even that little side note, once the second half kicks in, it's not that he wants the world to pity him. It's not that he wants everyone to see it from his point of view. He even tells you flat out, the things that he does isn't for any political reason or any type of movement. Once again, leaning more towards the Heath Ledger Joker. He's not even an agent of chaos. He literally is just a guy who has had enough and decides to live the world by his own rules. And granted, he, in a sense, we all know the Joker's the bad guy. I mean, Gotham, Batman, we all know that. But seeing this version of him, at least myself personally, couldn't help but to not condone what he did, but completely understand what he did. And I can understand his meaning towards it. Now, I know I said this movie was disappointing, and I'm making it sound like I'm actually gushing over this movie. I will say, the way the story is done, I appreciate it. But at the same time, I came here for a Joker movie. I was expecting, you know, Mark Hamill's psychoticness. Obviously, there won't be a Harley Quinn, but, you know, that type of Joker. We do get a tease for somebody who might be Harley Quinn. She may not be, but even if she was, that would have been cool. I'd have dug it. But once the last 20 minutes kicks in, I was ready to walk out, to be honest. It was not only cringeworthy, it was just too many dragging points. I couldn't get enthralled in the movie. The story was good. I just couldn't get enthralled into it. But then when the last 10 minutes kicks in and you see where everything leads, I couldn't leave my seat. Now, once the movie was over, no post-credit scenes, but once the movie was over, I just sort of sat there for a moment as people were leaving, just thinking, huh, well, that happened. Folks, I'm sorry, I can't really give you a direct thought on how this movie is. I will, like I said at the beginning, if you are a Joker fan, check it out. For curiosity's sake. Now, if you're a Joaquin Phoenix fan, definitely see this movie. You will love this. Other than that, I will be honest, I would say save your money and wait for Netflix or something. This weekend coming out is going to be Gemini Man with Will Smith. Now, there's a movie I'm excited to see, but I'll talk about that later. So, The Joker. It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't a good movie either. It's been a long time since I've seen a movie that made me feel this way. I mean, usually I will accept almost anything, unless I know it's going to be a B movie and we'll have fun with that. Might do some full reviews on a few B movies, especially a few that are my favorite. But, at least for now, the majority of you guys out there, I'd say save your money and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this in the comments, but if you like this video, please leave a comment down below, like, share, or subscribe, and I will see you all again very soon. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.